Right, so the brand book, it's why did we write it? Well, I do a workshop on presentation skills, and I never wanted to call it that, so I ended up calling it persuasion skills, because you don't really do presentations for any other reason than to persuade somebody or a group of people to do something, to act in some way, or to think in some way. So when I talk about persuasion, it's really about two things. It's about communication, and it's also about personality. And one of the skills of presenters is to have the ability to blend those two things, how and what they communicate, but also the approach they take to communicating and how they bring their personality out. So with brand, I came to realize that really brand is very much the same thing. It is about communication, but it's also about personality. And you need to tap into both to get the best out of your brand. Nowadays, it's more important than ever to have a brand that is associated with your authenticity and your personality. So communications, how the logo looks, what colours you choose, that's just really a small aspect of it. If people want to get the best out of their brand, then they need to be leaning in to their personality and what makes them real. Increasingly today, because we're in a digital society, the tools for brand communication are forever adapting. How you communicate, how you advertise, how you promote, all those things are changing. But there's a lot of lessons that we can learn from the past. So this book's, I think, helpful, not only because it's talking about the current, the present and the future. It's also looking into the past and some of the learning lessons that we can take from that. And I always find that quite valuable. Ultimately, I think it's a bit of a guide. It tells you the things I think you need to know very quickly about brand in the modern context. We're touching also about the need for a unique brand signature, which is a big part of, I think, what we talk about nowadays and what needs to be done to maximize your communications. So yeah, have a read. Hope you enjoy it, and let me know if you don't.